Good morning, student. After the midterm, we are beginning our classes. First of all, we'll begin with the pandas. Already, we have so far done the pandas one, and there we have seen how we can create data frame. We can create series view operation on the data frame on that pandas one chapter. Now we are going to go start the topic pandas two. So good morning everybody. So in pandas two, actually, we are going to learn the what are the topic. Let me tell. The first topic is that till now, whatever things we have done, that is basically based on simply either we have extracted single value or single element of the data frame, or we have extracted particular column or rows. Now, suppose if we want to work like a chunk of data with a chunk of data or many data, so in that case, we'll use this pandas two. Different features are there, so one by one, we're going to learn this feature. So before that, just for recalling purpose, I'm just telling this part how we can import pandas. We know that import pandas as any alias name. We have to use import pandas as PD, and if we want to import the numpy as well, import numpy as np. So just for recalling purpose, let's us recall how we can create a series. So we know that a series can be created from different data structures, just like list or from any dictionary or from using any numbers, any array, different data structure, we can create a list. But especially when we'll create a list, always we have to remember that a list is a basically single D dimensional or single D 1D data structure, and that has a specified index. Also, we can update the index as well. But data frame is a 2D data structure where it can hold different types of data, or a different data value. Even it can hold just like series nan value also. So just for one example, if we create a series like this, so we'll write pd dot series, and within pd dot series it has basically two part. One is data, another is index. So using data within data, suppose if we mention one simple list 10, 20, 30, 40, this is my list, and for example I'm keeping another value 50.0. So let's see who can remember. If we create like this series, data equals to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.0. So what will be the data type of this series? Anybody? Just write in the comment section. Let's see who can remember. And here I'm creating my own index, just like A, comma B, comma C. Always we have to give the same number of string. Yeah, so if you were right, float it will be float 64. Okay, so A, B, C, D, then here 5 values are there, so obviously we have to write E. So these are the basically data index. Now if we simply display, it will look like this. This was a simple example of series. Now we'll take another example of pandas data frame. We'll take the data frame using one dictionary. So let's take one dictionary. Suppose this is our dictionary. Earlier we have also worked within this dictionary. So city is the main dictionary. Within this it has key value pair, but key value itself a dictionary. That means nested type dictionary. Here few city names are there, Delhi, and within Delhi population, hospital, schools. These are different keys. Another side Mumbai has also different value, population, hospital and schools. Kolkata also, and Chennai also, it has different values. So in this way one dictionary is created. Now we have to create one data frame. So I'm taking one pf1 equals to pd dot data frame, we have to write, and within that we have to pass the city. So we will create the data frame. Here it is our data frame. And if we want to take a transpose of it, or if we want to just take the reverse of it, we can take the transpose of data frame 1, df1 dot capital T. So then df2 will be like this: Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai. This will be the row index and column population hospital school, and if one is population hospital schools, these are rows, and this side Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, these are things. So if we consider first one df1, so here we can say 3 rows are there and 4 columns are there. And if we consider this one, then we can say 4 rows are there and 3 columns are there. So now today we are going to discuss about the first topic, that is uh, iterative rows and iterative items. So what are these function actually? As I told in the last chapter, we have gone through, or we have done the various operation within this data frame, how we can modify, how we can access value, how we can create different types of data frame using different type of data structure, other data structure. So here basically in this chapter we'll work on the different type of specific function, or will work with it, or simply we'll use the data frame or series to manipulate its value. So that is our this chapter, this particular chapter, Pandas 2. So I think all of you have the book. Always keep your book with you in your hand and copy obviously. So many point will be there, mathematical terms or simply calculation type things will be there. So obviously you should ask whenever any doubt will arise. So let's starting two main points, that is iterative rows and iterative items. So first topic is there. We'll discuss about the ITR. Rows. We'll discuss about .df ROWS. Now, what is the use of this? Basically, to view a data frame as a horizontal subset. Now, why I am asking here or telling here horizontal subset, or what is the meaning of this? So horizontal means we know that we will go as per row. So suppose I want to fetch this complete row, or I want to fetch this row. If I want to fetch this row, if I want to fetch this row, or suppose simultaneously I want to fetch multiple row, or I want to display in a some particular variation. So in that case, we'll go as per the df or data frame dot iter rows, iterative rows. So it will always create a horizontal subset. So on the other hand, next one we'll learn about the iterative items. So in that case, it will create the vertical subset. So when we'll use the horizontal subset, so always it will go row wise. Always it will go row wise. So basically, the format we can say, the format of this df.iter rows, iter rows, format of this will be like this, within bracket simply, or let me write here only, will within bracket will pass the row index and obviously the series. This way it will create a iterative rows item. So let's see how it works. So already so far we have created our two data frame, df1 and df2. So within this data frame only we'll work with this iterative rows and items, both the things. So first one things we have to write, but these all the basically type of one program based things. So you should either take the screenshot and must copy in the or copy down in your notebook, because many points will be there. Way later it will forgot, you may forgot. So that's why whenever we'll work within it, we'll must note it down. So in short, first of all, I'm just showing one example. Suppose if we write df1.iter iterative rows, or here it is items. So let's see how it works. So as you can see, if we are displaying the things in the idle, so automatically it is showing the value, but that value is not properly understandable because it is quite large chunk of value. It is just showing iterative rows add. this one hexadecimal value it is showing. So that's why we have to go for one short program based things. So for that purpose, I'm just taking a copy of it, simply just taking a copy of it, and I'm creating one file. So here we'll take the things. It is quite larger one program, so we have to break it into smaller piece so that multiple line it will come. So suppose if we break from here, we'll just proceed with this slash. We'll break the line, so it will not cause any problem. Right in the multiple line. And as you know, if we want to use any data frame related work, always we have to use the import pandas as BD. Pandas as BD, this common thing. Now, when we have created the city dictionary, then we have to create the data frame. df equals to bd dot data frame. Within bd dot data frame, we'll pass our city normally. So this will create normal our data frame. After creating this data frame, now we'll work with it. So first of all, as we are working here using iterative rows, so I'm just giving heading iterative rows. So in short, just I'm writing horizontal subset. In book you will get different examples, so I'm taking a different example so that you will get more things to understand. So whenever any doubt will arise, you must ask the question in the chat section. So here I'm just creating one program for this very important part that I'm writing here. Row, comma, row series, those two variable I'm taking in df1 dot itr rows. That means all rows practically here we are fetching. And after fetching the rows, if we print it in a proper decorative way, so it will go like this. Through rows, we are actually fetching the row indexes or row index simply, and then I'm printing the row variable, and in the next line here I'm printing, suppose here I'm typing as values or data one message, and below that we have to print the series that we fetched by this rows. So row series is my fetched values. This is my row series. So now let's see how it will work. This is done. So after that we have to just save the program, since we are doing as a script one. So df for pandas 2.1 I'm just writing, or 0.1 will not put underscore 1. Okay, just one issue is there. Okay, it is df not df1, df it will be because I have taken here as. Let's see how it is coming, how the output is coming. So first of all, you can see that row index equal to population. If we simply consider the first one, this one. So here you can see row index is the population, and within this, these are the different column index or column value: Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, Kolkata, and Chennai. So let's see how it is coming. So row index, first row index is population, and has values within that row index. So Delhi has this number of value, Mumbai has this value, Kolkata this value. Then another name population D type info means all this column heading column index has containing integer type of value. Then what is next? Row index hospital. So within hospital, different city has different value. So that it is fetching. It is also data type integer 4. Then as like series, actually it is practically fetching the value as a series. You can see this part is a type of series. Just we display the series in the same way. At the top we have created one series. Here it has the index ABCDE and it has the value, and then it is showing the data frame. Like the same only it is displaying here. So in the same way, it has displayed all its row index population, then it has population, then hospital, and then school. Population, hospital, and then school. I'm just copying the complete output in the program so that you will get a better idea. And I'm just copying it down. So this is the thing of iterative rows. Now also the other way also we can use this iterative rows. This was one short example. We can do various just changes here. For example, if we just little bit, let me take another one. For example, I'm just changing few things. At the top, just since we want to fetch the row index as well as calculate series within that row index, so that we have to write. And within that also we are writing the row index, printing the row index as values. Here one just topic or one thing I will change here. Here I will insert another loop. For example, one I equals to 0, one variable I am just inserting. Then what I will do for V in row series, within the row series it will run a loop, so that within the row series it will display the things in a quite better way. So now we'll display the row series value in a different way. So let's see how. As values, I want to display each and every position. So at I position, each position it will show within the row index, each column wise position it will show. So and then we have to place our value. So value is inside the field. And I will simply increase I plus equal to 1. This is a simple loop. First of all, again I am explaining these things. As in the last program, we have displayed each and every row index, just like you can see. Row index is my population, and within population there are 4 cities are there, so it is displaying these column values. Now I am changing a little bit things. Suppose if you consider this one, so suppose this is my population. Within this population, Delhi is at row column index 0, then Mumbai column index 1, this is 2, this is 3. So that only I want to display individually. So this is the thing. That's why we are writing as per position value in row series. Value, that means the value part in the series. Again, I am clarifying one point, that whenever we are using this iterative rows method, so that time the complete section is behaving like a series. This part is actually fetching as a series. This always we have to remember. Let me remove this one. It will have a quite different type of output. So set it. So now we have, suppose again population, but it has now not fetched the name of the city, because now we are fetching as per index. At 0 position this value, at 1 position this value, at 2 position. So here are the two different version of the same program, just using this iterative rows. So if any question is there, let me know first. After that, we'll move for next topic. Let me know if you have any question on this iterative rows. Okay. So I'm going for the next topic, next discussion of the next topic, that is our iterative items. So far already we have done the this one, iterative rows, and now we'll go for iterative items. So let's see how iterative items will work. So basically, iterative items, if we take the same type of things, take another example for this. Here we are fetching first the row index, and as per the row index, within the row index, it is fetching the column value. So that is only the meaning of row index by iterative rows. Now, if we want to go as by iterative items, so bf dot iter, bf dot iters iterative items. So the function of this, it will fetch the vertical subset. It will fetch the vertical subset. Fetch the vertical subset of a series, or data frame, you can say data frame. Same way, just like we are fetching as per rows, it will fetch as per columns. Just we have to remember this split. Basically, more rest part are basically quite like same. So just we have to change a little bit. Here in place of row, I'm writing here column. In place of this iterative rows, we'll have to write iterative items. And it will fetch, as I told, already discussed, that it will fetch the vertical subset. And here first we can display the column index, and then as values you can say simply values. So let me use this one also. So later we'll use it. So presently I'm just removing or just closing this part. Directly I'm printing complete series part. So here inside this, case of this row series, we'll have to use call series. So we'll write call series, or value already written. So here we'll write call series. So when we write the call series, now it will display the value as per column. So let's run the module. Okay, this single error is there. Somewhere we have, okay, here we have taken. Also, you have to write the column. Let's see how the output is coming. I'm just copying the output so that with the program it will be better understandable. So you can see that when we are fetching the column index, so now it is fetching the column index Delhi. Earlier it has fetched the column index population, hospital, school. Now it is fetching the column index one by one. So Delhi it has fetched. Now within that it has three values as per rows. Population value is there, hospital value is there, and school value is there. So this way it will work. So this is the basically functionality of iterative rows and iterative items. So in the same way as I said, if you use the earlier loop one, so in place of this population hospital school, it will come like 012 name. So this is how it will work. So if you have any doubt, let me know. If anybody has any doubt, I will share this note with you, or programs with you in the classroom. So must see if any doubt will arise. So obviously tomorrow you can ask. Okay. Ending the session, student. Thank you. Okay. Okay.